Hi, how are you? Matt Watson here from CarWow. So I'm sitting in a Fiat Panda Cross 4x4 and next to me is a Tesla Model X. Both of these are technically SUVs and we're going to have an uphill drag race off-road as well as compete in 5 other off-road challenges as well to see which of these two cars is actually the best off-road. So let me tell you about this little Fiat Panda. It has a 900cc 2-cylinder turbocharged petrol engine with 85 horsepower and 145 newton meters of torque. I've got a 6-speed manual gearbox, all-wheel drive, and this thing is light. It weighs under 1,200 kilos. It's also cheap. Talking about £18,000 brand new. That Tesla, it's got 2 electric motors and combined they produce 417 horsepower and 660 newton meters of torque. So loads more performance than this little thing, but then 95 kilowatt hour battery adds weight. That thing weighs over 2,500 kilos. It's also expensive. Brand new, that was like £95,000, though that one is 3 years old. In fact, it's owned by CarWow CEO James Hind. He bought it 2 days ago. I called him, I said, oh, you got a Tesla Model X, we'd like to do some off-roading with it. Can you lend it us? He's only had it 2 days, paid £68,000 for it. And there is a chance that I might destroy it today. And if I do, this will be the last CarWow video I ever do. Anyway, make sure you subscribe to this channel just in case I don't get fired because there's going to be loads more cool videos coming soon. Also, why don't you follow us on Instagram? Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's get on with the race. Right, here we go. I'm going to put the car into off-road mode. That Tesla has its air suspension jacked up to the highest point so it doesn't bottom out. I'm just going to launch in first gear, keep in first. Fortunately, we've got hill hold, so when I lift off the brake, it'll hold it for a second, give me enough time to get on the accelerator, then I'm just going to hoon it! See what happens. We've got Darren starting the race there. He'll also be judging the cars in the 5 other challenges we put them through, and whichever one wins a challenge gets 2 points, and then the second place car, well, the loser car gets 1 point, and at the end we'll tot up all the points to see which car was the best overall off-road. For now though, let's find out which is the quickest up this slope.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, slip back, come on! Oh, this is close. I'm gonna do him. Oh, I was watching that, wondering if it was going to bottom out. It looked like it managed to just stay off the ground. I backed off a bit at the top. I'm not sure who won that. Let me just check. Go on then, Darren, who won?
The Panda came first and the Tesla was behind in second place.
Okay, so that's 2 points to the Panda and 1 to the Model X. Let's do the next challenge. This next challenge is all about manoeuvrability. So we're going to drive along here, over the rut, and then go around the hairpin, which is quite tight, and then back on ourselves. And Darren's going to time us, and the car that does it in the quickest time wins. It's that simple. Now, in case you're wondering why the Tesla wasn't so good on the last event, it's because once it starts to detect slip, it seemed to really cut the power to the wheels, and so it got a slow start. Hopefully that won't be a problem this time, because I've now jumped into the Tesla, because I want to make things harder for myself. You see, this is all about the turning circle and how easy you can get around that turn at the top, and this car's turning circle is 12.4 meters, whereas the Panda's 9 meters. So he's got an advantage, but I've got Tesla power, so I should shoot off well. Must say, I quite like the interior spec on this. It's nice, isn't it? I think James chose wisely. I hope I don't damage his car. Let's do this. Darren's going to count in the Panda. Let's see what it does.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, poor start. Stuttered away from the start, but now you can just fly over there. That thing is so light. Not even 1,200 kilos, it's just flying around there and manoeuvrable at the top. That's really funny to watch. He's smashing that. That's a tricky bit. You don't want to get too carried away, otherwise you get fired into the tree. Oh, through the water splash. Did a good job there. That is really quick. That's as quick as I've ever seen anything go around there. Let's see what time we got. What did he do?
1931.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's going to be hard to beat, but I'm going to give it a go. Right. Come on, don't break this. I've got my seat jacked up so I can see all the ruts and stuff. Oh, this is where I could damage the car.
3, 2, 1.
Ooh, I can just feel the weight of this thing. 2.5 tons. I'm just gonna have to be careful here. Otherwise it'll bottom out. Oh, the sensors are going crazy. Oh, how am I gonna make it round here? Come on. Can I do it in one? I'm gonna do it in one. I'm gonna do this in one. That is insane. Ah. Oh, I'm not going to bottom out, am I? I've got to watch this. This is my job on the line. I've lost this already. There's a big sign on the dash just going, stop, stop. I just don't have the confidence to thrash this through here. Oh. Oof. Oh, I can just feel it just bottoming out on its suspension, even though it's raised up to the highest level. Right, that's embarrassing. I lost that, but let's see by how much. Go on, how did I do?
50.28.
At least it was under a minute. So that's 2 points to the Panda and 1 point to this. So far then, Panda's got 4 points, the Tesla has 2. This next challenge is all about getting you down a steep, slippery slope as safely as possible. So we're going to have a reverse race in the way that the car that is slowest wins. So what we're going to do is engage the car's hill descent control systems. On this Panda it's called gravity control. Put the car into neutral to go as slow as possible so you don't stall the engine, and then you just set the speed of the brake and then you release the brake and it should just brake itself as it goes down the hill. Same with the Tesla, except for you don't put it in neutral, you just drive down the slope and you set the speed of your brake. The car should sense it's going down a hill and it should then apply the brakes all the way down. So we'll be taking our feet off the pedals for this to see which car gets you down the slowest. Let's do it.
3, 2, 1.
Feet off pedals. It's working. The Tesla's just shot off. He was kind of level with me, then it just buggered off. This, look, in neutral, feet off the pedals. Can you see? Look, 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 look. There you go. And there, safely down. Don't know what happened with that Tesla. Anyway, that's 2 points for the Panda and 1 for the Model X, which means this Panda has 6 points in total, and the Tesla, 3. This next challenge tests these cars' ground clearance, their suspension travel and their chassis articulation, because we're going to go down that hill there which has various steps, so the cars will walk over those steps, and then we're going to come up a more extreme slope with even bigger steps. So we get on. Right, let's do this. Go on Tesla, it's time to pull some points back. So I'm going to follow the Panda. Ha! It's got its wheel in the air already. It's like it's stepping down some steps. How's this going to do? Bearing in mind that that weighs half what this does. Is this going to be able to get a wheel in the air? Oh, that feels weird. I'm having to control it on the brake. Rain's making it a bit slippery. Oh, I'm riding on 22-inch alloy wheels. Hopefully I'm not going to scratch them on any rocks. I've got slip start on this car, so I'll let it slip a bit to get me out of a tricky situation. I'm now balancing semi in the air. Oh, I don't want to drop off the top of this and crunch the front bumper. Ground clearance on this is actually better than the Panda, but that's obviously a shorter car, so it can cope with like sudden steps better. Got down that all right. I was quite pleased with that. Now we need to go up the hill, and this is a bit more extreme. Let's see how the Panda does up here. This will test the traction control system as well, because it's all a bit slippery. And the cars are on their road tyres. Go on Panda, it's struggling because it hasn't got much power. This has got all the power. Look at that with its wheel in the air. Oh, is it gonna get stuck? Oh no. If it gets cross axled, so it has like diagonal wheels up in the air, it will be stuck. Unless its ESP system sorts itself out by braking the wheels, which I think it did. That did well. God, it's all on me now. Sorry James about your car. Please don't fire me. Got Darren directing me. Lots of beeping and bonging going on. Okay, let's just have a word with Darren. What's going on, Darren?
You're about to bottom out on the passenger side.
Really?
Have the ground clearance.
But I've got more ground clearance than that.
Are you sure it's That's got the articulation of movement where your independent suspension is pushing wheels down but not necessarily lifting your car up.
Okay, right, let me just check something. Pretty sure I was in the high driving position. No, it's in low. It keeps resetting itself.
Should we call that operator error?
We'll call that operator error. So this has got air suspension, and you can raise it up, and you can see, look, very low 6 inches, low 6.7 inches, standard 7.5, high is 8.3 inches, and then very high 220 millimeters. I've just gone all metric now for the last one because it doesn't say it on here. Have we raised up?
If you go forward, you're going to touch the bottom of the car.
I want you to double check. It's still going up.
Back's not.
So the front goes up, but the back's not, because all the weight's towards the back. We've got heavy battery, so it's just sinking down. I don't want to be defeated that easily. Here we go. Oh. Oh, and now we're going backwards. It's like a stuck pig. And now I'm cross-axled. It's game over. Oh, God.
The main difference is the tyres. Slightly more aggressive tyres than the ones on this one.
So would it make it over there now?
If you had a bit more grip on the tyres, yes.
Oh, can I try again a bit more?
Try.
And I'm not going to bottom out?
You've got about that much gap on that side.
Okay, let's try.
Let's try.
Come on! Sorry, James. You don't want your car to be defeated though, do you? Oh, that's a no. That's a no from Darren.
Today the tyres have let you down.
This has got like high performance road tyres on it. So if we'd had some better tyres, might have got away with that. Might have made it up there, yeah?
Yeah.
It was really struggling though. I've got the ground clearance.
You've got the ground clearance, it's just the tyres won't hold it.
Well, there we go. So, yeah, again, 1 point to the Tesla, 2 to the Panda, which means the Panda is on 8 points and this is on 4. I've got to get back down now. No, I'm getting wet as well. Not as wet as Darren. For this next test, we're going to drive down that slope there, which is banked. And what's going to happen is the car's going to get the wheels up in the air, and that will show how much twist there is in their chassis. And to really check out the twist, we're going to open and close the door, make sure we can without any problems at all. If you do that in an old Land Rover Defender, because they twist so much, you can't actually open the door. But because these are monocoque chassis, so the body actually adds to the strength of the car, they should be fine. What we're also going to be looking for is how much the suspension compresses, so how much they sit down into their wheel arches, because you don't want it compressing too much, because that means the car can get a little bit stuck. So we're going to drive down here and then Darren will mark them at the end, so which car does best. Let's do it. I wonder if that car's going to twist, because it's so heavy. Look at it already, it's squatting down on its suspension. Normally with air suspension you're better off because you can really jack it up and stop it pushing the wheel into the wheel arch, but that one seems to be quite low down at the rear. Yeah, there we go, door open fine. You're probably thinking, Matt, you should be doing the Falcon doors. Well, I didn't want to risk doing the Falcon doors because if there is any twist and we open the Falcon doors, they could get stuck and damaged and that would cost thousands to fix, and then I'd lose my job. You don't want that. All right, there we go. Good thing about cheap cars like this, you just can chill out. Right, there we go. I think we're up in the air now. Whoa! Can I open the door? No problem at all. Look at that. All fine. Yeah, this is doing well. This is easy in this. Oi! Oi! Just watch out for this big divot at the end so don't bottom out. Yeah, go around that. Oi! This Panda is so good. Right, and let's get the verdict from Darren, which car he thought won that challenge. So Darren! Come in running. So, what do you reckon? Which car won?
For control, the Tesla. Had more wheels on the ground, it was a slower and easier drive. The Panda, one to do with the manual side, was a little bit bouncier, and it did have a bit more wheels off the ground, so it didn't have the articulation and travel that the Tesla had.
Oh wow, so okay, Tesla wins one finally. So 2 points to the Tesla in this challenge and 1 point to the Panda. So overall that means that the Tesla now has 6 points and the Panda has 9 points. This is the final challenge, and what we're going to do now is check out the car's approach angles, their departure angles and their brake over angles by driving over 3 obstacles, and we'll see how well they compare. This car's already lost based on the current scores. It cannot win, but maybe it can save some face and close the gap on the Panda. Come on Tesla, you can do it. Here we go. Oh, feel this thing thump about, you can. Just the sheer weight of it. Whereas that Panda's like a little mountain goat. So the Panda has an approach angle of 24 degrees. Quite a short overhang, so it gets to that slope quite easy. This one, I don't know, Tesla don't state it. Oh, we're spinning our wheels a bit. Oh, brake over angle now. I ground out. This sounds bad, sorry James. Sorry James. I'm gonna stop here and see what Darren thinks I should do. Darren, I've clearly got a very bad brake over angle. Can you come and just see how broken over I am? I'm stuck.
Momentarily detained.
Momentarily detained. Or maybe permanently unemployed. I need to get over here without damaging the car.
You won't make it.
Do I need to go back?
Yes.
We're reversing. Ah, sorry James. Sorry James. Sorry James.
Soft mud.
It's soft mud, James.
Another foot, you're clear.
Whoa, it's slippy. Now we're going to check the departure angle at the front, which I didn't intend doing. You can see the bit that caught me up there. It's just a little bit of the ground, just poking up. Not too bad. No serious damage done. These brakes make a noise though, don't they? Listen to this. It's a car groaning. Oh, you hurt me. It's like a dying animal. What was that noise? So we're not going to do the second obstacle because this is going to just ground out again. We're going to do the final obstacle instead. In the meantime, let's have the little Panda go across the second obstacle. So I'm going to have to sit this obstacle out and watch the Panda do its thing. It's going to test out the departure angle. It's very good on the Panda. It's 34 degrees. It's got a real short back end, so it shouldn't ground out its bottom when it goes off the edge of this slope and when it comes back down the bottom. Look at that, it just did that so easy. Right, now I can join it for the final obstacle, breakover angle, which I've already proved isn't great. Following the Panda again now. So its breakover angle is 21 degrees, which is all right. Let's see how it does over here. So get some wheels in the air. Oh, back wheel is spinning. Oh, back wheel off the ground. Here we go. Come on, Tesla. Don't bottom out. I'm relying on Darren here. Oh, I can feel the stability control just nibbling away. Looks like the Tesla did all right on this bit. It's just that one hill there at the beginning let it down. Let's see what Darren thought. Darren, what do you think?
Far superior.
What, over that bit?
Yes.
Okay.
The Fiat Panda struggled like mad with traction because it was a short wheelbase. The speed and the control, the Tesla came up there, lifting the wheels up in the air. You're a nice height on the ground, and as you level out, it just pulls forward straight away, so smooth.
But it didn't do two of the obstacles.
Because it's a longer wheelbase than the Panda.
Okay, and that's why it bottomed out.
Yep. Because the departure angle is greater on the Fiat because it's a shorter axle.
Okay, so overall then, on this section, it's Panda, right? You don't want to give it to the Panda, do you?
No, because it touched on there.
Oh,
So
really?
it achieved one.
Okay.
One on this hill.
Yeah.
It touched on that hill.
Yeah.
And it lost on this hill.
So which one do you think performed best overall?
In the conditions today, I'd have took the little Fiat.
Okay, so there you go. So another 2 points to the Fiat, 1 point to the Tesla. So the final scores then are 11 points and the win for the Fiat Panda, and the Tesla scored 7 points and comes last. Thanks for watching.